I am had to make a video to new pilots, new drone pilots that are getting into flying with the Avata 2, say, or any drone that you're flying, and just to explain about situations with drones. I have to address this because I wanted to make a live video so I can touch bases with everyone. Um, what happened with my Avata 2 and why I said compass and why. And here is a blade that is broken. And this blade that was broken was on my finger. And I'm going to tell you exactly what my issue was and what my error was after I did my video flying my Avata 2 and why I put my finger and got cut by the propeller blade and why did I do it and what happened. So I want to tell you with this story with this broken blade and my incident I had on myself, basically on myself, no, nothing else. So I want to explain is with my Avata 2, with my goggles on, I went out for a flight, okay? And I did my normal flying all the time. Everything's great, right? So I'm enjoying my flight. Everything is fine and going on like I always do. So I basically wanted to go for another ride, another flight, another takeoff. So I did. One thing that I did not notice because I was too busy, pack after pack, fly after fly, flight after flight, right? Just going flying, 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 and just having fun, having that passion, having, you know, making a video for droning with Jamie, right? Like I always do. Um, the thing is, with the Avata 2 and the Goggles 3 are very sensitive with metal objects, wires, um, whatever, everything. Basically, these goggles are sensitive with metal interference. And the thing is, with this drone, basically, and flying and having your goggles on, you need to be a little away from your vehicle. So basically, I was close to my vehicle when I took off, and I basically had an interference. Before I put my goggles on with this drone, um, it already had the compass error. So basically, this drone was drifting away from me, and I catched it and grabbed it from the top like I always do. No problem. The problem was there was wind. The DJI, yes, it's DJI. The DJI Avata 2 started to drift away. And when I went to grab the Avata 2 and grab it, the wind had it on an angle, of course. So as I grabbed it, my finger got caught in the propeller blade and it sent it crash. It did go on the ground because it cut the blade. The blade cut my finger. So, to answer your question, yes. So, how long can you go on a full charge? Full charge with the Avata 2, without going sport mode and just normal mode and just flying with this guy, you can basically go for a good 15 minutes. It gives you your money, your bargain for the Avata 2. Really get your money's worth out of it. And also it's a 4S battery, just a little guy, and you know, it's a very good little drone. So basically, I caught you're welcome. I caught the Avata, and like I say, it was windy, and this is how the blades are, and this is how the blades are broken, because this one broke right on my finger. Okay, and I just panicked, so I just had to grab the Avata 2, and of course it was windy, and since the Avata 2 was basically, instead of hovering here, it was kind of on an angle like that, so when you're grabbing it and it's moving like this, you know, you get your finger, of course, as you catch it, and it got me. Point 8, everybody asks, what's the tolerance of getting hit by the blades with a little Avata 2? It's like 10 hornets stinging your finger at once. Very painful. It just sliced the skin. No biggie. No big deal. Little bit, but long story short, to get down to the subject of the Avata 2 and what happened and how I learned my lesson for in the drone community in flying with Compass Airs is the only thing I had to do is I had to go away from my vehicle, away from a couple of feet ahead, away from my Jeep, and I wouldn't have that compass error because I would walk away 5, 10 feet away from my vehicle, and I would have had no compass error anymore. Lucky it wasn't on water because I definitely wouldn't get it. I was on land, so I was flying low, flying right, flying around in the fences, nowhere, no, you know, out in the country, and away from everybody. But lesson learned with the Avata 2 is you got to make sure those goggles don't have that compass error on it. As soon as you take off, she's going to drift away, and you won't have control, but you will have control. With my lesson learned was to walk away from the Jeep and to get away from metal, and I would have had full control with the Avata 2. So lesson learned, I had to make a live video and connect with people if they, you know, randomly going on the YouTube platform and, oh, droning with Jamie's on, let's see what he has to talk about, you know. So people that do pop up and they see they're all notification on their phone with droning with Jamie, this is why I made a quick little live video, just so you guys can know what I'm talking about and why I wanted to do a live video for other drone pilots. Now, I never had a compass error before, watching the drone kind of drift away from you with no control. But it just tells you, you live and learn being a drone pilot. You live and learn your mistakes. And all I had to do, like I say, all I had to do was walk away from my vehicle even further, and I would have had full gain control with the Avata 2, and this problem wouldn't even happen. It would have been resolved. My finger wouldn't get cut. I would have been fine, but I panicked and started chasing my drone as it was drifting away from me and catch it. If people are asking me questions, how fast were the drone drifting away? Wasn't drifting away that fast. It was very slow drifting away. It was just like eventually just going backwards away from me. But I panic. I grabbed the Avata 2, and in the wind and in the process, I caught my finger, and of course the Avata 2 is gonna crash down on the ground, and it did. Because I basically broke the propeller off from my finger, so it wasn't gonna fly anymore. So No damage with the Avata, as you can tell. The Avata is fine. There's no bangs, no nothing, and everything is fine with this. I have protectors that go around the side. Um, Thank you, Jim. Jim's droning all the way towards Mississauga area. Thank God he made me these propeller guards. I'm very thankful. Very very blessed to have a good YouTuber friend that made them. This is what saved my Avata. It really saved my Avata from having any more other damage. So thank you, Jim, because I think if I didn't have these other protectors on this, I probably would have had the crash a little bit more harder, and the drone would have been broken in quite a few places, right? When you think about it. But we all live and learn. We learn from our mistakes, and I learned the hard way, cut my finger, and this is how it is. And I waited till the throbbing was done, changed the propeller blade, took it off, replaced it, and went back out flying to make sure the Avata 2 was function really good and fine. So that's a big, huge advice that I can tell you. If you have a crash or you have an impact and you change your propeller blades or whatever you're doing, test your drone on the land. On the land, not over the water. Do it over the land. Make sure everything's function. Look at with your own eyes. Make sure the drone's fine, moving, yaw, up, down, all this stuff. Make sure it's fine, and you'll be good. Everything will be fine, and then you can go fly over water. So this is part of a learning curve, and I had to make this live video to express what I went through, and with the Avata too, right? And just express what I went through, right? So, anyways, um, that is my lesson learned from the Avata 2. And thank you, everybody, for being loyal fans. Thank you, everybody, being subscribers. Thank you, everybody, for always giving me the thumbs up, always the likes, always the full support. And I love every one of you fans out there. So, see you guys in the next chapter. Take care. Bye.